everybody, welcome to a new video of strategies, tactics and boosts, and we are week 2 F1 class community championship, Belgian GP, and I hope everything went well for everyone in the qualifying round, because we are here to see this weekend tracks, the tracks for our opening and final round. So let's not waste any time, let's go and see our tracks. It's going to be a very wet GP. So as you can see, of course we are starting with a wet Spa race in Belgium. Then we travel to Hungary. In Hungaroring, 30% chance of rain. Brazil, a dry race. Then to Singapore with 33% chance of rain. And the temperature, as you can see, it's between 16 and 31. If it gets 31, someone would think that we could have an issue, but we won't, because the softs can easily do 3 laps. So even if the temperature is high, they can still do 3 laps. So it's okay. We are okay even if the temperature exceeds 30 degrees Celsius. Then we travel to Australia for a wet race. As you can see, 100% chance of raining in Melbourne. Can we skip race 6? Okay, it's Monza. As I have said in the pre-GP show, Monza is one way, at least at the moment. And 7th race, Austin, United States, again with low temperatures. This is good for our tires. And finally we go back to Belgium, again with big chances of rain, 71% chance of raining. So as I said, it's going to be a very, very wet GP. So okay, yep, now we are ready, and let's go and see our tracks. Let's start with Spa. We're going to see now Spa, both dry and wet races, because maybe the first race it will be a wet race, but 8th race it can be a dry race. So we will see both conditions. Of course, we have seen it for the qualifying round, so let's go a little bit faster here. 2 pit stops, always the best strategy for Spa. 1-3-2, soft, medium, soft. If you want to avoid stacking using the same strategy for your drivers, then 1-3-2 for your one driver, and 2-2-2 for your second driver. If you want 1 pit stop, 3-3 with hards or with mediums, but with tire management, so you can push a little bit with the mediums. Of course, all these strategies are for the back and the middle of the grid. If we are at the top of the grid, or everywhere, back, middle, or at the top of the grid, then 2-2-2. This is the best and the fastest strategy, but I told you the other choices you have. And of course, if it rains, all the bots will pit lap 3. So we have a decision to make. If we want to pit with them and get into the pit lane traffic, I would suggest to avoid it. So 2-2-2 again, even if it rains. Some say 1-3-2. Yes, avoid the traffic in the pit. Don't pit in lap 3 unless you are at the top of the grid and you get in P1, P2, P3, so you will exit first. So then it's okay, you are avoiding traffic. 3-3 is a very good choice. Now, next, our next track is Hungary. We had some issues in Hungary. Don't forget that our last GP was the Hungary GP. So, if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, one pit stop is the best strategy for sure. So 5-3 medium soft. If your driver can't do 5 laps with a medium compound, instead of Merlion, Koopa, Tunin, Prince, any other, Herald, Hook, choose choose a tire management boost, so you can do 5 laps with the mediums, like Frost, like Char. Frost will give you race start, Char will give you cornering but not race start, so it's up to you what you want to choose. And of course exactly the opposite, 3-5 soft medium. In the first strategy 5-3 we can conserve and not use a tire management boost. We can conserve a lot in our first stint and then push in our second stint. But if we go soft medium, then we need something like Char, Movember or Frost, so we can push in our second stint. Well, if you want to be on yellow and some blue in your second stint, then of course Herald, Kavai, Prince, Koopa, Hook, Herald, as I said, are very good choices. Now, the safest choice and maybe the best, 4-4, and it's for wherever we start in the grid, and we can do it 4-4 medium if our drivers cannot do 4 laps with softs. We can do 4-4 soft medium if our driver with some conserve can do 4 laps with the softs and then push second stint with mediums. And of course we can do 4-4 soft if we have drivers good enough with great tire management, so we can do 4 laps with softs and be able to push. It's up to you and up to your what's your inventory, what are your which are your drivers, to decide what you are going to choose. So if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, I would prefer to do 5-3 and 4-4 and leave 3-5 as my last choice. And of course if you are in the middle or at the top of the grid, then we can easily do 3-3-2. Only we follow 2 pit stops only if we get a good race start and we go P2, P1 by the end of lap 1. The best thing we can do here, and something that is very good in Hungary, is that we can start both our drivers with softs and then decide if we are going to do 3-3-2 or 4-4 or even 3-5. So we can start both of them with softs, so we can get a better race start and then decide maybe we can do them both 4-4 if they have a good gap between them. So I always start with softs both my drivers and then decide what to do. Of course, if you are not so sure that your drivers can do a good race start, then yes, 4-4 with soft or medium at the beginning, and 5-3 medium soft as your second choice. Now, if it rains, this is I believe that the bots, I'm not so sure, but I haven't raced in Hungary when it rains from the beginning in a full wet race, so I don't know when the bots are pitting. So we have, of course, one pit strategy. You will see only one pit strategy, and we have 5-3 pitting in lap number 5, 4-4 pitting in lap number 4, and 3-5 pitting in lap number 3. Now we have to find out when the bots are pitting. If they are pitting, not probably, for sure they are not pitting lap 3. So it would be a safe choice to follow this strategy, 3-5, to do the undercut in the rain. Okay, sorry, excuse me. Now the question is, do they pit lap 4 or lap 5? Probably, because we can do 5 laps with the mediums in Hungary, probably with the wet compound, they are going to pit lap number 5. So best chance is that we will not follow this strategy unless we are P1, P2, P3, and our best choice is 4-4, and second best choice 3-5. If we want to avoid stacking, we will do 3-5 for one driver and 4-4 for the second one, but probably 4-4 is the best strategy here. Okay, let's go to Brazil. Yep, let's go to Brazil and 4-5 medium hard. If we are at the back or in the middle of the grid, maybe at the top, but no. If we are at the back or in the middle of the grid, 4-5 medium hard. Now, for me, the fastest choice, the fastest strategy is this one, 3-3-3 all softs. Mainly we are choosing speed boosts, but cornering boosts are very effective here because we push the red button in sector 2, which is the sector with all the corners. Of course, a high speed in the rest of the track will help us recharge even faster our power unit, and we need a lot of power here. But 4-5 and 3-3-3 are, for me, this is the best choice. But if you are at the top of the grid, you can do 4-5 soft medium, but this means that you have a good tire management for this driver, and we will boost him with char, maybe frost, Movember, downforce, something to help him do 4-5 soft medium. Okay, Singapore. This is an easy one. You know that this is an easy one. The best choice is this one. Wherever you are in, it's only 6 laps. Wherever you are in the grid, 3-3 soft, and don't overthink it. It's only for cornering boost. Even if you have a high cornering setup, again, a cornering boost is what this track needs. Of course, an alternative would be 4-2 medium soft. As you can see, we use gin or hook here. Okay, let's see, gin, and we use it because of this stat here, +8 in reliability. We all know that Singapore 4 laps, it's marginal for our car to break down, so a little boosting in our reliability will help us go 4 laps with the mediums. But for me, the best choice is both of your drivers to use softs and do 2 equal stints, 3-3. Now, if it rains, again, our best choices are 3-3. Our best choice is 3-3 for both drivers, but we can do 4-2 because many bots are pitting in lap 5. Many bots will pit in lap 5, but if I remember well, it's half in 4 and half in 5. So the best choice we have here again is 3-3. Do the undercut and let them pit in lap number 4 and maybe in lap number 5. I have seen it, but we pit both our drivers in lap number 3. Now, if we are P1, P2, yes, we can do 4 laps and then enter the pit lane. So our first driver can do 3-3 and our second driver can do 4-2, but okay. Again, the best choice is 2 equal stints. Melbourne with rain. Now, as we said before, in other wet races, the issue here is when the bots are pitting. That's the only thing we want to know, and we are going to avoid them, avoid pitting with them. We want to pit 1 lap before them. And I say 1 lap before them because the bots always play the long game. If they can exceed their stint 1 lap, they are going to do it. So if they can go 5 laps with the wets, they will do 5 laps. They are not going to do 4 or 3. They are going to take everything from their tires and then pit. So in Australia, probably, I'm not sure. Again, this is the problem. We haven't raced a lot with rain in these tracks. So what we want to do, avoid pitting with the bots. So we have 3 choices: 5-3, 4-4, and 2 pit stops, 3-3-2. Okay, now let's go back here. Okay, now if the bots are pitting at lap number 4, 5-3 could be a solution, but we need to boost our tire management, and we need a good driver, a driver with good tire management, so we can do 5 laps and be able to push, because when the bots will get into their pit stop, if it's lap 4, then we need our lap 5 to be the fastest lap in our race. Now, probably I'm thinking that the bots will probably do 5 laps with I'm thinking that we can do 5 laps with the hards, so the bots probably will do 5 laps with the wets. So this is probably the best choice we can have. 4-4 for both our drivers if we can do it. If not, I don't know. This could be a choice, but the problem with Australia is that it's not, we cannot go fast anywhere, and probably 2 pit stops here will be a disaster. It's only if we are at the top of the grid and we go ahead and we have a big gap, and only for that. And even if we are at the top of the grid, we should probably do 4-4 and be done with it. So probably the best choice, both drivers 4-4. Maybe we could think about 3-5 if the bots are pitting lap number 5, but I don't know if we do 3-5. Yes, then we need something like Frost or Tsar or Movember to exceed the life of our tires and be able to push our first 2 laps in our second stint. Okay. Yeah. What are we talking about here? This is Monza. It's 4-4, hards, both of them. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's it. Don't mind me. Yeah, okay, if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, or even P10, P9, P8. Yeah, 4-4, hards. Excellent choice. Now, if you are P5 and above, maybe P6 and above, yes, then 2 pit stops, 2-3-3. As you can see, soft, medium. Second stint is with soft, so we can recharge. Third stint is with mediums, so we can push, because 3 laps with the softs, forget it. It's a lot of blue pushing. And 3-3-2, 3-3-2 for our second driver. Probably 3 with medium, 3 with soft, 2 with soft, so we can recharge again in our second stint. Now, if you are at the top, you have good tire management and you want to use a tire management boost, then be my guest, go all soft. 3-3-2 and 2-3-3. You can do it in a maxed out driver with 87, 90, 92, 93 tire management and with tire boosting. Yeah, you can do 3 laps with the softs and be able to push a little bit. So yeah, only if you start P1, P2, P3, marginal P4. That's it, all softs. Well, it's all about how the race goes. If it goes as planned, yeah, it's easy to go with softs, even if you are going to conserve a lot and you don't use a tire management boost. But if it goes well, it's a big if in Monza. 4-4, hards, and we secure a nice score. Okay, now let's go to our last track. Our 7th race is USA, Austin. And again, we have here, it's mainly a one pit stop race, but we can do 2 pits if we are at the top. So let's see it. 4-3, medium, because our first stint is 4 laps. We can do it with mediums. We will conserve, not a lot, but we will conserve. We can do 4 laps with the mediums, and we will have a full power unit for our second stint to push. So this is a very good choice. if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, or even at the top of the grid. Of course, a combo boost, a cornering boost, a speed boost. This is a track for everything. So see your setup and make your choice. Now, if you do 3-4, then it's medium hard if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, because if we want to push a lot, we need the hard compound, so we can do it. If you can live with pushing less and conserving some, then you can do this again medium. Now, if we're in the middle or at the top of the grid, then this means that we might have good tire management. So 3-4 soft medium is the fastest strategy you can follow, and of course 4-3 medium soft for our second driver. Now, if we need tire boosting, tire management, then frost or char. If we think we can do it without it, then street shark, tuning, Merlion, Koopa, Herald, or whatever you think your setup needs without any tire management. Me using Synth, Epic Synth level 7, I can easily do soft medium 3-4 without tire management, and you know that I push a lot the red button, so yeah, with plus 80 something, 80, let's go and see. Yeah, Synth has 86 tire management, as you can see. He has 86, here it is, yeah, okay, so I can do 3-4 soft medium and 4-3 medium soft with pushing a lot without tire management. So 86 is good enough for this strategy without tire management. Now, of course, if you are at the top of the grid, you can easily choose 2-2-3. Here you see soft, medium. You can do it soft, and 2-3-2 or 3-2-2. Again, all softs. You can do it, but this is if you are at the top of the grid. But even then, you can start with softs and then decide if you are doing 3-2-2 or 3-4. It's up to you. It's up to what the race, how the race is, how the first lap went, and you decide then that you need 2 pit stops, or no, I need only 1 pit stop, it's enough. And I believe that with this one we made it. Yes, this concludes our presentation of our tracks. The last track is again Spa. We have seen it, we have seen how we need to race there. So that's it for our second week and second GP of this F1 Class Community Championship. Let's see again the tracks. Spa, a wet race. Hungaroring, 30% chance of raining. Brazil, dry race. Singapore, 33% of chance of raining. Australia, Melbourne, a wet race. Monza and Austin, 2 dry races, and then again Spa with 71% chance of raining. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the weekend that is coming, our opening and final round. I hope you liked the video, you find everything we say here useful. I am waiting for your feedback in the comment section below the video. Don't forget that in the description of the video you are going to find how you can support me as a creator through the game, and of course how you can join Team Alpine for the F1 Class Community Championship. We are currently in the second position of the championship after the first week, so we are aiming for higher. We are going to keep up the pace and keep up the heat to this guy in the P1. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button, and stay tuned because live streams are coming and even more videos. Thank you for watching. I wish you great results in your races, and see you next time. Bye.